Why had UBRG not been able to turn a profit?
My God, it seemed like you just asked me that question in 2 or 3 different ways. Universal Bioenergy, we haven't made a profit yet simply because we haven't made a profit yet. We're working on it. We had a lot of managerial things that we needed to put in place, and we had a lot of systems that we needed to put in place. And that goes both from the parent company as well as the subsidiary. There are some things that just needed to be put in place, is probably the biggest reason and the only reason that we haven't made a profit as of yet. But as those systems begin to work and we continue to tweak those systems and fine tune them, I'm sure that everyone will see the profitability that we're all looking for.
When will UBRG return a profit on the 3 to 4 million it has invested?
Wow, a profitability question again. Here we go. I don't know. I really don't know. The company has been working diligently at it. Both Universal, Mr. Guest, Mr. Ken Harris, everyone's been working really, really hard to see that we get to profitability. We expect to get to a return on investment in the near future. That's the best that I can say. No one can predict when the profitability for a company at this stage, when it will come. The only thing we can do is kind of anticipate, know that it's coming and that we're working on it, and we hope to see it soon.
Why the deal with Global Energy Group?
Well, the deal with Global Energy Group, before it was with Global Energy Group, it was actually with a group of investors or creditors who we actually owed a great deal of money to. So, and rather than paying that debt down, we struck up a deal with them to basically become our equity partners, and turn around, and rather than us have to pay all that money back that we didn't have the ability or the means at that time to pay back because we are not profitable. See, now I'm using profitability. We turned around and we said, well, let's restructure and do some financial engineering, that the company will make it, we will survive, look at the type of deals that we're currently doing, and let's look at and see when we can actually do this. And here's our shortcomings, and we identified what our shortcomings was and kind of laid out a really unique business plan and strategy how we could actually move this thing forward and what was actually lacking. Um, those creditors agreed based on their experience and everything of that nature also in the marketplace, and understood what we were trying to achieve, and agreed with us and gave us a vote of confidence by sitting back rather than taking their money off the table that we actually owed them, by sitting back becoming equity players. They had the ability to convert their notes immediately into free trading stock and to sell it into the marketplace and exit out of their positions. But we're very thankful and grateful that they elected not to do that, that they elected to not convert their, to convert their notes, but not to take it in free trading stock and to exit their positions, but to convert their notes, to become affiliates, and to create what we know now as Global Energy Group, who roughly ended up with 62% of our company. I'm not sure what percentage they hold currently. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 45%, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure what that is. So we're extremely thankful that that made them an affiliate, which meant that they can only sell 1% every 90 days if they elected to. They took all the shares in restricted shares. So again, we're excited for the vote of confidence.
Why did GEG members elect to sell to Metwood after acquiring UBRG?
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I would imagine that the members of Global Energy Group elected to sell to Metwood to help to create more value and to bring stability to Universal as well as to Metwood. The transaction from the financial engineering side looks extremely great. The things that could actually be done, such as once the company is listed up to NASDAQ or Amex or something of that nature, we seem to actually meet all the requirements to be listed up to a higher exchange, where we are a fully reporting companies are fully reporting. So in that sense, it made a whole lot of sense. The numbers rolling all the way up from NDR to UBRG to Global Energy Group, all the way up to Metwood, would have made Metwood stock, I believe, possibly go up to $3, $4 a share very quickly. Um, so there wouldn't have been any need for a reverse of the stock or anything like that. So it kind of made sense. It would have had great revenue. It would have had well over 5 to 6 million in total assets. It would have had the stock price that it actually needed to list on a higher exchange. It would have had the credibility from the revenue stream. So it was just an exciting deal. It was a deal that could have been done. It would have also given Metwood the ability, as a NASDAQ or Amex company, to create a special interest company that they could have actually used for funding of UBRG to actually get the trade credit that's necessary so that they can do much larger deals, plus do their hedging. The hedging alone with Global Energy is looking to bring in approximately 24 to $100 million in revenues. If we just took 2% of what the volume of the company is doing currently, we're talking about a phenomenal number. Thanks to the Volcker rule, I mean, this thing just makes a lot of sense. So when you look at that, you look at a company that's currently doing roughly 60 million in sales. 60 million in sales, and they're basically have an opportunity to definitely increase their overall profitability very quickly. So we're excited about it. It made sense, and it made sense then. It makes sense now. You're talking about this transaction could have been a $500 million deal.